Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Off the Meter Scale Wrestling Podcast.
It is your 3, as usual. Miguel, Austin, and Brian.
3.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, is there going to be like 5 one day?
That's too many.
There was 4 once.
Yeah, that's fine. But we're so evolved. We're going to jump numbers, Brian.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 10-man fucking podcast one day. Just
Nope, that's too many people. That is way too many
It's going to be a
people.
jumble like fuck. Everyone's going to be talking over each other. That's going to make sense.
Yeah. Today we are covering AEW Dynamite on December 30th, the Brodie Lee tribute show.
Yep.
Woo, the fields.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many times did you cry, Miguel?
Are we going to count the times I was chopping onions?
He was crying the whole show.
So once.
So once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cried one time.
Right now my carpet is still wet. The tears have not dried.
Damn.
We are not getting our direct deposit back.
Thanks. Fantastic.
Well, he's been crying since then.
Oh man, it hasn't stopped even now.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, we open the show with most of the AEW wrestlers and announcers and all the kind of main people up on the stage. And they have Brodie Lee's wife and his 2 sons there as well. And we have a 10-bell salute for Brodie Lee, super fitting for him. I complained WWE didn't do enough, and I think AEW hit the nail on the head with this show, just the tribute show.
Just this already set the stage for most of this night, because like you can see how distraught so many of the wrestlers and people on the stage were.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn, dude. You could tell like they genuinely cared. It wasn't just one of those things where like, oh yeah, he died. I'm just here because I have to. Like so many like puffy eyes and just destroyed faces. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be a rough night to watch.
I think Jericho even mentioned that. Like everyone's gonna have red eyes the entire night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and one of the what were they? What did JR call them? Testimonials or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of those interviews they did later on.
Yeah. Yeah, after that, we get like a heartfelt kind of goodbye for Brodie Lee.
Actually, I wanted to bring up that like some asshole in the crowd was like, "Yeah, Brody," during the 10.
Oh yeah, right before they like finish the 10
at least
count.
let them finish the thing.
Yeah. But yeah, we have Jon Moxley giving his kind of own personal testimonial thing on Brodie Lee, just talking about coming up in the business with him and his time in WWE and all that stuff, and
that he loved being a dad more than anything. Like wrestling was just a job to him. Like his world was pretty much his kids and stuff, and it definitely reflected on what most of the people just said, and a bunch of the stories that came out online about what he did with a bunch of the people, like especially like 10 and stuff like that. When we get to that match later on, like, damn, dude, this guy gave a lot to a lot of people all the time.
Yeah.
I was genuinely shocked on how much he actually gave to help everyone.
Yeah,
like,
I mean that was the thing, hearing from Evil Uno and some of the other people, John Silver, Alex Reynolds, that when Brodie Lee came to AEW, he, necessarily didn't know what he wanted to do, but he heard, oh, there's this Dark Order thing. They're going to reveal the leader, the Exalted One. Everyone thought it was going to be Matt Hardy, and it could have been, but Brodie Lee specifically wanted to be the Exalted One. They didn't have that planned for him. That he wanted to do it because he wanted to elevate all of the other wrestlers under the AEW, or under Dark Order, and bring them all into the light. And because he knew most of these guys from the indie scene or had heard about them from other wrestlers and was like, these guys are doing great work. They need to be, brought even further, into the light.
Oh, yeah. So the first match to start off is Matt Hardy with Private Party versus the Young Bucks and Colt Cabana. And for each match, pretty much the Dark Order would always come out, to represent their stable. But on this one, John Silver didn't come out immediately. Like, he came out a little bit afterwards, and he was, like, wiping tears from his, face. Yeah. That's why he showed up a little bit late to the ramp, for the first match anyways.
Yeah, this,
so I was like, God damn.
This whole night, they basically have done, Dark Order, either as a team themselves or a person from the Dark Order with another team versus a different team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but like, and during this match, while Colt Cabana was wrestling, you could definitely see he's struggling to get through.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They did a good job. I will give it my hats off to everyone that performed this day.
Yeah.
Because
it would have been super hard.
Yeah, dude, like, I know for a lot of people, even talking about it, it's difficult. But like, imagine having to go out there and wrestle still.
Oh, yeah,
on
absolutely.
top of it, you're like, God
I mean,
damn, dude.
later we'll talk about it, but Anna Jay the whole time was just kind of like tearing up the whole match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I will say one thing I did like about this whole night, like Jericho on commentary was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
Yeah, one of our friends was saying we need a Tony Schiavone Jericho team
Oh yeah,
on the booth, just them two, because they're so great together. Just their kind of back and forth witty banter and,
I think
that
my,
kind of thing.
My favorite line for this match is where they're talking like oh yeah, Brodie Lee's from Rochester, and like Jericho goes, yeah, he was. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it, Jericho.
Yeah.
But this match was it was really good. There was definitely a lot of storytelling to be told, even throughout this entire night, even though they didn't have to, they definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
I like the whole thing where, like, Matt Hardy's essentially telling Private Party, no, you gotta, like, do this thing now, and you gotta do this thing, and, like, be bad guys. And Private Party, you're like, what the fuck? No, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I'm good, man.
Yeah, I mean, we had all the fun spots from, basically everyone got to do their thing. Colt Cabana, winning with the stupid Superman pin.
Oh, man, that thing is great.
It's so ridiculous. I love it. And just, we had a flying apple, and like we had all the great stuff,
Yeah, I did like how at one point, like, Bat goes up to the apron, he has a chair in his hand because he's ready to use it, and Quinn's like, nah, I'm good. And that's essentially what cost him the match, because that's when Colt is able to do all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Even at the end of this match, this is when the Acclaim came out too.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what are you guys doing here?
Well, they were like trying to talk trash or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just doing their normal bad guy thing, come out and rap about stuff.
Yeah, well, right before they start rapping, that's when, like, SCU comes down and, like,
And
destroys
kills
them.
and throws them in the ring.
Yeah, they both get bionic elbowed by Colt.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
So it was a nice little match. Afterwards, we have words from Darby Allin,
Yep.
who essentially was saying that, like, as soon as he found out that Brodie was coming to AEW, that's the guy he wanted to wrestle.
Yeah.
He didn't care about anything else. Like, and he was also amazed of how Brodie didn't have an ego when he came in. Like, because you can picture almost like some people, like, they come in and they're like, I have the biggest dick here, and I'm going to definitely show it off. It was definitely the opposite with him, and he was always, like, super giving. I'm like, oh, that's kind of sweet and kind of nice. And it was also kind of nice because he didn't have his face paint on there, so, like, it wasn't, like, in character Darby. It was, like, the guy Darby talking at that point.
Darbrick Allen.
I think that's probably accurate for, like, all of the injuries.
Yeah, they were all, super heartfelt, and it was the person, not the wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
which was to be expected for sure. After that,
we have
we get
Stu
Uno,
and Evil.
Yeah, Evil Uno, Stu, and Lance Archer versus Butcher Blade and Eddie Kingston and the Bunnies there, of course.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's when we have Lance dressed up as Luke Harper.
Yes, he has got the white wife beater, the jeans, the bandana in the back pocket. That was a cool tribute.
I will give it to Kingston when he came out, where he pretty much just says, "Brodie, I love you and I miss you. This is for you, but the Dark Order are nothing without you." So I'm like, okay, he's still able to play character,
he's healing it up.
Like, but you could tell he's like, even when he had his segment later on, like, he's also hurting, but to be able to still pull this off.
Oh yeah.
Even when MJF did it
later
on in the night.
I was going to mention later when MJF does it.
God damn,
it's
dude,
ridiculous.
Like, these guys are definitely dedicated to their craft to be able to do
like
doubles.
especially the MJF stuff.
Oh yeah, MJF is top notch.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. This was super good. Like, all these guys,
Dude, Grayson is so underrated.
100%.
Shit.
100% he is.
That spot where he, like, jumps through the turnbuckle, jumps out to catch it was Blade on the apron. He grabs him to do a DDT on the apron as he's falling down.
Yeah.
Like, I need to see more Grayson and, like, Evil Uno in the top matches, because they're a great team and they work so well together.
Yeah. I mean, we had a good amount of that when AEW first started. We had a good amount of, Evil Uno and Stu Greyson kind of feuding with the different tag teams, but I feel they've definitely haven't done as much lately.
Yeah.
But that's just because we've had more Silver and Reynolds kind of being the main focus
the
from
light
Dark
of the
Order.
group.
But yeah, I mean, again, everyone, every team in Dark Order, any one of the pairings are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I would say of the different teams, 5 and 10 are probably the ones that, like, they don't get as much recognition, but they haven't really done a lot of the skits and stuff. They're on Dark a lot, yeah.
So
I know not everyone watches Dark.
Yeah, I think they were, like you were kind of saying, they might be doing like a rotation kind of thing. Like, okay, well, like, you guys had your turn, and these guys built you up. Now it's like, let them be the front ones as they help build them up and stuff like that. Oh, and then one of the great lines Jericho had for this match is at one point Kingston and Uno are like slapping each other.
Yeah.
And Jericho's like, "Oh man, they're attacking each other in the face." Like, yes. Yeah.
The weirdest thing to say.
God, I fucking love Jericho, man. Come on. How like I forgot who was saying that like they needed WCW Jericho, but like, oh, now it just feels like he's like older and like it doesn't work as well. I'm like, you're a fucking liar.
No way, yeah.
Jericho right now on commentary is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, he's still so good. I don't even care.
Yeah, I mean, and I said it before, I kind of slept on Chris Jericho as a performer for years, and only recently within the last, 3 or 4 years did I finally start to really appreciate his character work. Basically ever. Like anytime he did anything, especially his, kind of later in his WCW run, just he's so ridiculous. And he's basically kind of been mostly the same character the whole time. He's had a few changes here and there, but he's just so great at what he does. Like I get, he is probably one of the, I will say, at least in my opinion, one of the best professional wrestlers of all time.
Oh yeah, like he's able to change with the time and still keep that character and add on top of it.
Yeah.
Even when he's at New Japan, like he's
as
not
the Painmaker,
he's not as goofy.
Yeah.
But you still could take him as a serious threat.
Absolutely.
Like even with his like stupid like
the dumb
makeup
clown
that he has,
makeup,
and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But he has that sweet spiky jacket, so I don't even care. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Uno and company, Uno and Stu and Lance, they end up winning.
The fatality.
This is kind of when I realized, they're just gonna have Dark Order win every match.
Oh yeah.
But I was perfectly fine with that.
Oh, of course.
Like even at the realization, like they're probably just gonna do that. There was maybe 1 or 2 matches where I could have seen them go a different direction. Mm-hmm. But I was perfectly fine with that kind of happening the whole night, just as a tribute to Brodie Lee, essentially.
Yeah, because they were saying that like Brodie Lee's kid, Brodie, -1, that's his name.
Junior, yeah.
So he helped book a good portion of this stuff, and the main event was just booked by him, like 100%.
Oh yeah, it was like all his favorites in one match.
They called it the Brodie Lee Jr. Dream Match.
Yeah.
So throughout the entire show, they actually did have shots of his kid on the side, and he's hanging out with Alan. Yeah, Alan Angel, I think that's his name. What number is he? 5?
I think he's 5.
Part of the Dark Order.
He's the smaller guy. Yeah.
And to be able to see like at least the kid smiling, they were doing a good job.
Well, he had a mask on, basically like a Dark Order luchador mask.
Well, up until the MJF stuff.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, that dastardly fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also for this match, we had Jake the Snake do a short arm clothesline.
Yeah.
And like, I love when he did it. Jericho was losing his mind on commentary, like, "Oh, you never see that." Ah!
I would want Jake the Snake to do a DDT, but
I don't know if you can take that bump.
Man. Exactly, that's the thing.
He's gonna like go down to give the DDT, and he's not gonna get back up.
I could always just go watch.
He has one left in him. That's it.
Hey, Arn Anderson said he has 2 spine busters left in him.
Yeah, but is he not getting up after that last one?
Exactly. That's his final one. He's done.
Spine bust at that point.
Oh my.
Yeah, one for his opponent, and then the one that hits him at the same time.
Oh, so they're both spine busters at the same time.
Yeah, simultaneous spine bustage.
How do you fucking fix that?
You don't.
A spine like transfer?
You take him out back and you put him down.
Oh god.
He's a prized steed.
Ooh.
Take him out
with 4 bum legs.
It's funny you bring up the Jake the Snake thing. Like, recently realized that AEW has a lot of the old like coaches going on.
Yeah,
like they have Arn Anderson, Jake.
I mean,
Tully.
To be fair, WWE has that too.
You don't see them.
You don't see them because they're producers or at the Performance Center. Like, I don't know if you've been paying attention in WCW, but Norman Smiley, he's kind of like showed up recently when we're watching. He's one of the coaches at the Performance Center.
Black dude with a
he's a black dude.
He's one of the coaches at the Performance Center. And then I don't know if Dean Malenko is still with WWE at this time.
Is he
with AEW?
Okay, is he with AEW?
Yeah.
And then I know. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he showed up. Yeah. But I want to say Fit Finley is still with WWE, and he's one of the kind of producer coaches guys. They have a lot of the older guys that are doing that now, because that's kind of, unless you pull a Ric Flair or a Mick Foley, that's kind of all you can do is be a trainer.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets to wrestle until they're 65, and they probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
The last few Ric Flair matches in TNA weren't all that great.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Taker matches.
Oh yeah,
same he's thing. Not 65, but
and
like,
Taker's 50 something.
Yeah, but like either way, like his matches were towards the end, like they weren't
they weren't great. Yeah.
So it was like
I feel the last really good Taker match was the Brock Lesnar Taker when Brock Lesnar
legitimate
Lesnar
match.
beat
I'm
him.
like, I was gonna say the Boneyard match.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's
That was the
cinematic
last.
match.
That was the last really good Undertaker match I felt.
And that's kind of the thing that scares me when like
with Sting,
and I'm like, he's gonna have matches, and they're not gonna be pretty if he actually has a regular match.
I love Sting. He's one of my favorites of all time. I really hope we don't get him in the ring. I just don't want it because he's old. He's not as fast. He's compared to all these, especially compared to the AEW roster.
Oh yeah,
no way. Like I don't want that.
What about cinematic stuff?
Yeah,
that's different. That's different.
I have no problem with that.
I'm fine with that to some degree if they do it well. I don't know how they would do it. What kind of thing they would do. But even then, exactly.
The limited possibilities are limitless.
I guess, but like some of the cinematic matches are weird. Like I understand Matt Hardy because that's part of his goofy character and Bray Wyatt, but the Boneyard match was fucking stupid. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I would have preferred, 10 years prior we got AJ and Undertaker because that would have been great.
Yeah.
But we didn't. And so we instead got this weird fucking thing.
Like American Badass Undertaker with powers.
Yeah, it was stupid. Like, and that's the thing, we never got Sting and Undertaker, and now I definitely don't want to ever see that.
Yeah.
And that would have been great to have happen in like 2003. That would have been fantastic, but we never got it. And so it's just kind of the thing. I don't want to see Sting. I don't want the image of him in my mind to be tarnished by him wrestling again.
Yeah.
Because it has already happened for The Undertaker. I can look back and see The Undertaker's greatest matches, and then I can look back recently and see his Goldberg match, and then the Roman Reigns match, and the Triple H match, and they're not good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, anyway, that was,
that was so bad.
Yeah, really bad.
Evil Uno and company win. After that, we get Reynolds, Silver, and Hangman.
Well, no, there's that other mini Jon Huber tribute that they had. It was Dax, Arn Anderson, Colt, and who's that ref? I want to say Bryce something.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, it was them giving out their nice memories of Brodie, and then that's when we get the next match, which I think it was probably like my favorite match.
This was a great match.
It had stuff where like it only played on BTE, and just the match overall that really it made Jon Silver shine.
Oh yeah,
and it was great.
Yeah, he was in his. I mean, again, and I talk about it every week. Just watch BTE. It's good. It's on YouTube. It's free. Just do it. They had like basically kind of like a similar Brodie Lee tribute BTE this week. Really good. And Jon Silver revealed on BTE that he had basically a replica, like a Brodie Lee costume made that he was going to wear on an episode of BTE as like a dumb joke, and he never got a chance to.
Yeah.
And so that's what his ring gear was this week. It was the Brodie Lee ring gear.
Okay.
But for him, like scaled, obviously he's much shorter. But yeah.
Also, when Inner Circle comes out, like MJF is sporting his Puerto Rican trunks.
Yes.
Yeah, Ortiz and Santana make him like spin, like, oh, okay.
It's really he even has a bandana, Brian.
Yeah.
He's officially Puerto Rican now.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
because that can happen.
You friggin' the picture that you had of that what was it, MJF with his Hanukkah suit?
Oh my god, yes. Man.
That was ridiculous.
Did you ever see that one, Brian?
I saw the thumbnail.
It's pretty nuts.
God. It's so good, dude. MJF is top notch.
Yeah.
This match really showed how much in character he can stay.
Yeah, it's even during this tribute, and I imagine MJF was just as upset as a lot of the other people throughout this whole match.
Because like they're just going over because like he just recently lost I think his grandfather. Same thing with Santana.
Yeah,
and now this happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many like mixed emotions is going through MJF's head, but
and he was able to maintain his regular character.
Yeah,
and be even more of an asshole because he kept going to -1 to Brodie Jr.
Yeah,
and like talking shit to him.
Yeah,
the whole time, and I'm like, and I was thinking, that it put me into the situation that it's rare for me because of how jaded I am with wrestling, but like I'm like, dude, fucking kill MJF.
Yeah.
Like he's being a horrible bad guy. Get him. Like fucking get him. Stop him. Like I
you legit wanted to see payback.
I fucking marked out and I wanted payback on the bad guy.
But
which we did get.
Yeah, but this match starts off great because both Jon and Reynolds, not Jon, I was gonna say Jon Silver and Reynolds are in the ring, and they like open up their trench coat, and there's like papers in there,
and
they immediately throw it up at Proud and Powerful.
They have the stupid Brodie Lee papers where you whack him in the face with the papers. Yeah, and
that was like a thing he would do to the Order, right?
Yeah, basically it was like his punishment. He always had a roll of papers in his hand, whatever business, I don't know, stuff he was doing. and he would like whack people with them like in the head. And they just, that was just kind of a recurring bit where he would have people do it to themselves. Like at one point, Evil Uno, he was on the phone with him. He's like, Uno, you need to get a bunch of paper and you need to hit yourself in the head. And you're like, okay, and he sells it super hard. It's just really dumb. But yeah, so that was the thing that, pull out the papers and like kill everybody with them. That was great.
Even Hangman had papers too.
Yeah.
Like even his like he opens it up and like MJF throws him in the corner thinking like, oh, I escaped it, but like as soon as he comes out, turns around like, oh.
Yeah. Pretty great.
That should have been a DQ right there.
It's foreign object.
It's a weapon.
I mean, yeah, Jericho was freaking out about the foreign object, the foreign weapons, But yeah, and MJF, as I was saying, he goes down to talk shit on -1 and like steals his mask.
Oh my god!
Oh man,
rips it off of him.
You can't do that.
I do like how good the camera work for them because like they pan it to the back of -1, so you can't actually see his face.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh man, clearly he's disgraced. And like as soon as MJF turns around, he has a kendo stick
he whacks
and
him in the head.
whacks MJF in the head.
Yeah, that was great.
That was
like,
good. That was really good.
And at this point, this is kind of like when Jon Silver kind of goes wild and really shows off how good he is because he starts doing a bunch of stuff to like everyone.
Yeah.
Like it does the power bomb. He goes to the outside and he does a bunch of stuff. Like I'm like,
who did the that weird thing like somebody was on it. They did like this almost like a destroyer thing, but like it was Jon Silver with like the ankle. Like it wasn't like a regular Canadian destroyer. It was like an ankle version. It was fucking nuts, man.
I was like, what? What is that?
Yeah, that was fucking crazy. I've never seen that before, and like I think even then, like everyone at the booth was kind of freaking out about that.
But towards the end of this match, essentially Ortiz is left in the ring alone. Like everyone does their big finisher on him, and at the end, Jon Silver does his like the thing that Brodie Lee did, where he does the blowing into the air with both arms, and he does a discus lariat to win the match, and he pins him. And as soon as the 3 count comes, he's immediately just he loses it, and he's on the ground like just sobbing. You're like, like this part definitely got to me a little bit. I'm like, oh god, so much feels right there.
I mean, you can just tell how much he meant to, Reynolds and Silver, especially Jon Silver, just how much Brodie Lee meant to them in this match, just kind of the emotions and stuff, especially at the end, and just
Yeah. Oh, we also did at one point the ref gets distracted in this match, and Wardlow comes into the ring.
Yes.
And to save the day,
well, they call him Eric Redbeard.
Yeah, I was gonna say Redbeard,
but it was Eric Rowan from WWE, formerly of WWE, who was a longtime tag partner of when he was Luke Harper, Brodie Lee, when they were in the Wyatt family, when they separated, when they went together, and then when they became the Bludgeon Brothers, which I really liked the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah,
they had a cool entrance. They had their dumb hammers. It was just ridiculous. Like
they had like a sledgehammer thing going on, right?
Yeah, they had like these like dumb like Thor hammers basically.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And I just thought they were a really fun team, and they just came and fucked dudes up.
Yeah, that's all you ever need. Just 2 tall dudes.
I'm sad we never got like an actual hammer to the fucking dome and then brain someone, but you can't do that. That'd be really hard to pull off and not kill somebody.
Like I want him to hit somebody in the head with the hammer, and like it's a Ricky O explosion.
The guy just explodes into gore. Get out of here.
It's a lot of guts.
But I mean, we saw Eric Rowan save the day. He had a sign, basically tribute to Brodie Lee.
Yeah, saying goodbye for now, brothers. See you down the road.
That was pretty cool. That was definitely a surprise to get Eric Rowan.
Yeah, like and kind of go back to MJF after this match. He stayed in character so much, on Twitter, he does it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All he posted on his Twitter was like, fuck that kid. I'm like, god damn it,
That's pretty great.
He's so good.
That's pretty great, yeah. If that doesn't get you immense heat, I don't know what will. That is heel 101. Always talk shit on people. Always be the bad guy. Like, I want to see MJF get his ass kicked.
Oh, exactly.
Because he's such a great bad guy. Like, I boo him not because he's bad in the ring. I boo him because he's the bad guy. That's why I boo him.
I cheer for it because he's the bad guy.
So, this might be kind of one of the weird things that WWE has gotten worse about over the years. Just like the distinction between
face and heel.
Well, no, the distinction between heat, and boredom.
Yes, 100%. Because I don't know the last time. It was probably in March, Miguel, when we went to Raw. That was the last time I was like hyped about storylines and stuff.
Well, was it because we went to Raw live?
It was because we went there live.
Yeah, exactly. That's different.
It's a different it's a different environment when you're there live. It's fun to cheer the good guys and boo the bad guys, and it's fun to be there and do that. And that's the thing, like, I'm trying to think of the last time I legitimately wanted, I think it was Baron Corbin before he was King Corbin.
But like, I think with Corbin, it's never heat where like, oh, I want to see him get beaten up. It's always heat of like, okay, you kind of need to get off the TV now, dude.
No, there was a time for me when I wanted him to get beat up because he's the bad guy, because he was good at being the bad guy.
Right.
But yeah, as Brian was saying, it's just, I don't feel like Roman Reigns is a bad guy right now. I don't want to see him get beat up because he's the bad guy. I just don't want to see him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I just, it's boring, and there's the distinction between, boredom and being a bad guy. It's just, I don't feel like there's any one character in WWE aside from, the Fiend stuff. And even that it's happening with Randy Orton, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Because that's boring. Like, they could be doing anyone else with the Fiend, and I feel it would be better.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, like AEW is so much better right now with their dynamics with the characters. And at one point, I know a couple years ago, before AEW happened, somebody asked Cody Rhodes on Twitter, are you going to be a face or a heel? And he was like, oh man, this is like 2019. That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Which, I mean, they clearly know who the heels and stuff are.
Exactly.
But like,
they also
have some people that are clearly a blur. Like, you don't know what they are or where they fall onto. And you're like, I don't really care.
Yeah, like Lance Archer. Like, is he a good guy or a bad guy? I don't fucking know. At first, I thought he was a full-on bad guy, but now I don't know. And I'm perfectly fine with that.
What about Pac?
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm not
similar.
I'm not a huge fan of Pac anyway.
Yeah, but still, like, I don't know
exactly.
which side he straddles.
I don't know where he is,
And Penta's always a good guy. I don't care what anybody says.
No, he's not.
Always a good guy.
Hey, he has obligations.
Have you watched Lucha Underground when he was a bad guy for 3.5 years?
Hey, man, maybe you were just seeing the wrong Lucha Underground. The one I saw, he was a good guy.
What are you talking
all
about?
The time.
He would break people's arms and like kill them and stuff.
Yeah, necessary
oh my
objectives
God, get out
achieved.
Of here.
That's all it was.
But yeah, Eric Rowan showed up. That was super cool. After this, we get a Eddie Kingston kind of testimonial thing talking about Brodie Lee.
His lines were essentially, your father wasn't just a warrior in the ring, but outside the ring as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know a lot of people, when they saw that, there was a lot of posts where they're saying that, like, Eddie is definitely a picture of the kind of masculinity that you kind of want, where he looks like he could kick the shit out of you if you met him on the street, because he's still, like, scary Brooklyn, Chicago man.
Yeah.
But, like, he's still able to show this side and show, like, how destroyed he is from what happened, and I'm like, all right, that's cool at least. Afterwards, though, we do get a match with Tay Conti and Anna Jay versus Britt Baker and Penelope Ford.
Penelope?
Yeah.
Penelope Ford? Yeah.
With Kip and Miro, of course, like just kind of hanging out on the side.
Yeah, there.
Man, Miro was like super like stoic the whole time.
Yeah. I think it's just putting on a character, because I know that Rusev, Miro, and Brodie Lee were like really good friends in their WWE days.
Yeah.
They did a lot of that stuff together, and a lot of it was kind of the change in the locker room kind of behavior of the modern era. Before you would have, especially back in the 70s and 80s, you were basically not allowed to hang out with people that were either not in your stable, not your friend, or kind of
if you were a heel and they were a face.
If you were a heel, you could not be seen together for the risk of breaking kayfabe, and that even developed in through the early 90s. And kind of at that point, you have these guys that are so pissed that people play video games backstage.
Yeah.
Like Jim Cornette fucking hates that Xavier Woods does that and has a YouTube thing. It was like, who fucking cares?
No, whatever. Cornette can go suck on a fat
all the guys
one.
backstage can be friends with each other. They don't need to be fucking assholes to each other like it was back in the fucking 80s when he was relevant. Like that's the kind of thing. And that with Miro and Brodie Lee, I could only imagine how much it took for him to kind of sit there and not be like super visibly upset.
Oh yeah. So at the start of this, when Butcher and Blade and the Bunny are coming out, old JR's head pops out for a little bit when he says, "Oh man, I have the urge to call her Honey Bunny." I'm like, God damn it,
not
JR.
Butcher and Blade.
Oh yeah. That's what
it was. Anna Jay.
There we go. That's what I meant to say. And I'm like,
call her. Well, like in reference to Pulp Fiction, but still, fucking
stop,
old man JR.
Stop.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't ruin my perception of you, please.
It's not the 90s, JR. It's not the 70s, JR.
Oh man,
Man,
yeah, you gotta just like give him a smack on the rear. That's how you show that you like him.
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah.
Clearly, that's the way to go.
Yeah, this was a super cool match.
It really was. I do like how good what is it? Anna Jay has become and how short of a time she's been.
Yeah,
there.
it's been what 7-8 months, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And like she's getting smoother and smoother with each match that you see her come out on. And I'm like, oh, okay. Clearly, it shows that whatever they're doing backstage to improve the female wrestlers, it's working.
Yeah,
You just need more airtime. that's
that's
about it.
I
But
definitely
in-ring work, awesome.
You know, we've talked about it multiple times that the women's division in AEW definitely needs more airtime. I feel that they're finally starting to kind of get their niche of what they want them to do and their wrestling style. And a lot of them that were, may have been in the indies or maybe new to wrestling or, not have a lot of years under their belt.
Yeah.
Getting how they want to portray their character and their skills. And yeah, it's super showed here, I like Britt Baker has been wrestling for a while. I don't know about the other three, but this was a super smooth match all the way through. Like,
Oh yeah.
Nothing, no botches, like stuff like that. It was a really good match the whole way.
Yeah, and Austin did say it earlier, like throughout this entire match, like Anna Jay is definitely
visibly upset the whole match.
like in the middle of the match she does like a knee to Britt Baker.
Yeah.
And she turns to the camera and does like the Dark Order claw thing.
Yeah.
And like she's tearing up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Britt Baker still continues the match and like hits her in the back and they continue again, but like yeah, she's definitely struggling to not like lose it throughout this entire match. And it's like, oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, not to no one's surprise again, Tay Conti and NJ win.
Yep. Hits a Penelope with the Queen Slayer.
Yes. Stop saying Penelope.
Hey man, it's such a good name. It's fine.
It's not.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry
Get
about
out of here. Stupid.
Penelope Ford.
Penelope Ford. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, I do want a women's tag division.
Yeah.
I could see, obviously Britt Baker and Penelope Ford, like, it basically the whole night it was kind of good guys plus Dark Order versus bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that was the whole night.
Yeah.
I definitely, Tay Conti and Anna Jay could very well be a tag team.
Yeah.
I want to see, a women's tag division develop in AEW.
Well, I think they just need to develop their individual, like, just characters first.
For sure.
And then they can go into that. Because, like, right now they still, even though they do have a women's title, it's not, like, super like set up yet.
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
God damn it.
Featured a lot.
Yeah, because like right now, like if they say, okay, name every like female that's on the roster, I can name some. I don't know if I can name all of them.
Exactly.
So like right now, build that up when you have some solid names. Then kind of start doing tag team stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
who knows?
Yeah. After this, we get Chris Jericho's testimonial.
Yep. Woo.
Yeah,
Oh no, there was also the thing where Tony Khan was interviewing Britt Baker
Oh
after the
yeah.
match ended.
That's right. Yeah.
And she gave a whole shout out to Big Rig, and it's a wink to Brody.
Yeah,
I guess that was
his
a nickname.
Oh, and then Thunder Rosa showed up.
Came down and beat her up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I really want to see that match
Yeah.
already. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then definitely my favorite line for this match from Jericho. Like they were talking about how Brody was a good guy and stuff. And at one point Jericho was like, yeah, like he really liked hockey. Unfortunately, he was a Maple Leafs fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, God damn it, Jericho!
Yeah.
Stop. Fucking what a dick. Come on, Brian. There's only one team you need to root for.
Who's that?
Well, we're gonna let Brian decide.
One hockey team?
Yeah, hockey.
I only know one hockey team.
Who?
I don't know any hockey teams.
Oh my god. You love it. You live in LA area. There's the Kings and the Ducks at least.
Okay, I know the Ducks.
The Kings.
I know the Red guys.
The Red Wings.
Yes, those guys.
How do you not know the Kings? They won the Stanley Cup like 4 years ago.
The what cup?
The Stanley Cup?
Who's Stanley?
Oh,
The
man.
Stanley Parable?
Oh man.
The video game?
I don't know shit about hockey.
Okay. There's
I think I've heard of the Kings before, but I don't know shit about hockey.
Wayne fucking Gretzky was on the Kings.
I've heard that
The
last
best
name.
hockey player in the existence of hockey.
Who?
God
man.
damn it, Brian.
I don't know hockey.
How do you know the Dodgers, but you don't know the Kings?
Because look at my skin color.
It doesn't
dog.
matter.
Yes,
you-
look.
You
Do you know
have
how
to know the
many-
Dodgers.
You know how many Mexicans like the Kings? A lot.
No, I don't know how many Mexicans
Oh my
like the
God.
Kings.
Get out of here.
Because I don't know shit about hockey.
Oh my god. Can't believe you don't need. Get out of here.
Well, it looks like after WCW, we're gonna watch every hockey game.
Oh my god.
up
Get the
until
fuck
now,
out of
Brian.
here.
No.
No,
way.
every hockey game.
Every hockey game.
Not just of one team.
Yeah.
Christ.
That's a lot of
Watch
games.
60 years of hockey? Get out of here. No.
Not that Canadian.
You're not Canadian at all.
Exactly. That's the point.
But yeah, the Jericho testimonial, just, talking about how, again, how great of a guy he was.
Yep. That Jericho didn't know what the arrow on his ceiling was, which points to Mecca. I'm like, oh, cool.
I didn't know that either.
I've never seen the actual thing in a hotel room like that before.
Yeah.
Wait, you were talking about that he was in a hotel room?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I don't think I've ever
See what
noticed
I mean?
that in a hotel room.
I mean, I used to work in a hotel and I've never seen it.
Yeah, see
I
what I mean?
mean-
Like, it's weird to see it in a hotel room. I definitely saw it in, like, certain people's rooms when I was in the military, but, like, not in a random hotel room where, like, wait, what? Like,
I mean, I know you're supposed to face Mecca when you pray.
yeah. But like, so that's why I would see it on some people's rooms.
Oh,
where they had
yeah,
to do,
for
like,
specific people.
yeah,
Oh,
where they
yeah.
had to do,
I'll
like,
have to
room
ask-
inspections.
I'll have to ask some of the people I used to work with because I don't think we had that in the hotel that I worked at, but yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's a thing that's, like, in regular hotel rooms.
maybe not.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
break into a hotel and find out.
after that, we go to the main event,
Yep.
which is Team Taz, Team FTW versus Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and 10 from the Dark Order, which this match specifically was basically dreamed up or booked by -1 by Brodie Jr.
Yep.
So
As
he,
these
he
were
like
his...
he like personally chose these wrestlers.
essentially, these were like his 6 favorites at the time.
Yeah.
Or, I guess Cody, 10, and Orange Cassidy versus, Team Taz, the bad guys. And this is what, and they, like, I guess they asked him, like, hey, what do you want to see, what matches? And a lot of this stuff, this whole night was his kind of ideas. So yeah, it's Brian Cage, Will Hobbs,
and Cage. Yeah,
and
and Starks.
Ricky
Starks.
Starks.
Ricky Starks.
Yeah, Ricky
There you go.
Starks.
Yeah, this was freaking great.
Yeah. Like we've been saying this the whole night. There's clearly some wrestlers that were still struggling. Like 10 was definitely, even though he wears a mask, you could tell he was also struggling.
Yeah.
But yeah, this entire thing was great. Like, I do love how every match, like, the Dark Order people really got to shine more, and 10 really got to shine more because he was in the main event, and he's the guy who got the pin for this.
Oh, who was the guy that did the testimonial that was like the short hair goatee guy?
That did the test. Which one?
There was a guy.
Yeah.
There was a guy that did like a testimonial.
He was
talking
super
about,
broken up.
He was like
yeah.
super broken up about.
That
it.
was the ref.
Oh, that was
one
the
that
ref.
crying, right?
Okay,
I think
yeah.
that's the ref that was in this match.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's
Yeah.
why, like, I want to say it was Bryce something, but like I
Okay.
don't remember off the top of my
Yeah.
head because I didn't write it down. But yeah, I think that was him. Like, oh, and then when Orange Cassidy comes out, I like how they mentioned like that he messed up Jericho's jacket.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh man, he sold me $7,000 for
Yeah.
that jacket.
The jacket that got more orange every week
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah, and then Orange Cassidy, of course, gave a lazy fist. Well, it wasn't even a fist bump. Gave a lazy bump to -1 before the match started.
Yeah.
And also before the match started, like that ref, I forgot his name. Like definitely had to hug Cody just before the match started, before things got going. But oh man, I love how strong Brian Cage is.
It's ridiculous.
Jesus, man.
It's ridiculous,
Like
man.
I love the spot where he had a Orange Cassidy like in a crossbody where he's holding him as a curl, and he curls him like 4 times.
Yeah.
And then he throws him over his shoulder like nothing. I'm like, God.
I don't know if Brian Cage has ever used performance enhancing drugs, but if he has, I don't fucking care.
Oh yeah.
I've
Putting
always
those
said
steroids to good use.
I've always said I want like a sports league. I want super baseball where it's, everyone gets to do whatever the fuck they want.
To take steroids.
No, it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. Everyone gets to do whatever the fuck they want, and we get to see how fast a person can pitch a ball. Because right now,
if everyone on the team uses steroids, it's a mandatory thing.
I mean, sure, if you don't want to do it and you want to be in this league, that's fucking your fault.
If you don't take steroids, you're not making the team.
That's exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so it's
so
mandatory.
it's not mandatory.
It's mandatory.
But like,
if you want to be on the team, you're taking.
I want to
steroids.
see. I want to see. I want to see drug Olympics. I want to see how far a shot put can be thrown.
it's not healthy. Drugs are bad.
I don't fucking care.
Drugs bad.
I don't care.
Hey man, it's fine.
I want to see.
No, it's not. Drugs are bad.
A bunch of people are like half of the NFL's doing shit anyway. Who cares?
Yeah.
A bunch of a lot of them are doing and getting,
look at all the
getting
Mr.
around it.
Olympias and stuff.
Yeah.
Every single one of them are on
Like
something.
I want MMA with juiced dudes killing each other. I want to see it. People want to see it, and they just don't admit it.
Drugs are bad.
Shut up. we here at the Off the Muda Scale podcast do not condone the use of drugs.
I mean, do we though?
No, we don't. Stop.
I'm gonna give that a no.
Yeah, this was great all around. Everyone this whole night got to do kind of all their fun spots.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of tributes to Brodie Lee with different moves and things like that.
Yep,
that was really cool.
This match had, I guess it was the Brodie bomb from 10 to Starks. I did like the spot where Taz at one point gets a chair and he's going up to the ramp, and then on the other side you see Arn coming up with a chair, and you're like, oh, old man fight,
old man chair fight.
I can't wait for this.
They don't do anything though.
I know nothing happened, but still, like, so when that happens, that's when we see that Orange Cassidy sets up. He does the orange punch. Then there's a crossroads and finally a spine buster.
Yeah.
And that's what ends the match. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And of course, Cody gets the 10 is the one who gets the pin. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And also at the end of it, that's when he stands up and does a claw. And then you see Orange Cassidy kind of do it like a half-ass claw. He's like,
yeah.
He's so good, man.
Even this whole thing, I wouldn't have cared, and I would have forgiven Orange Cassidy if he did a regular claw.
Oh man,
I just it wouldn't have mattered to me. I'm glad he still did his stupid half-ass Orange Cassidy bullshit, but it's great.
But afterwards, this is when Team Taz starts fucking everyone up.
Yeah.
In the ring because they're mad that they lost.
Well, yeah,
and all the lights go out. Oh, who could it be?
It's your boy.
No, but it's Darby.
Yeah, it's Darby Allen's
your boy, Darby Allin.
Yeah, he shows up out of the Darby door.
Yeah,
with his skateboard, and he's waiting.
Yeah, and of course he has his own tribute to Brodie because like his normal face is painted and it's written Brodie on it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. Mm-hmm. But then like before anything else happens, the lights go off again.
Well, it starts snowing.
Yeah, and then snowing happens.
And then Winter King Sting shows up.
It's your boy Sting.
I forgot who said it when we were watching it. Like, what's AEW's like fake snow bill every time they have to do this bullshit?
It's the same cost as the Glacier intro. It's like $20,000.
God damn it!
No, they just scoop up all the snow and
oh my god,
put it back in the machine or whatever.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
No, it's you gotta have the lasers and all the stuff and the snow and the noises.
There's like some dude like with a fucking bag trying to catch as much of it as he can. Oh, shit!
Why?
Sweep it up.
Put it back in the machine
with a bag. How stupid that'd be! Oh,
what else are you gonna catch it in?
Nothing. It melts on the ground.
It's not real snow.
Yes, it is.
It's like carcinogen-inducing, fake snow.
People are gonna die.
They're getting super cancer.
Yeah.
Hey man, they got masks on, so they can't catch it on their tongue, so they're fine for right now.
Get on your skin.
You'll be fine. They signed waivers before they get in, right?
I guess that's true. The anti snow waiver.
I was gonna say it's probably the same waiver that Deathlock had whenever you had to go to one of their concerts
in case you die. Sting and Darby show up. Lights go off again, and then they're in the ring.
Yep, and then that's when like Team Taz backs out, saying, "Fuck this, we're gonna creep on out of here. We're not fighting today."
Well, they don't want to get hit with a skateboard.
Yeah,
or a
bat.
Yeah.
And then the snow is also cold, so they're
oh yeah,
had to go get their jackets.
Well, all of them are like in like.
Other than Taz, they were all basically naked.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Will Hobbs is not as much, but like Ricky
Starks,
who
cares? He's wearing like a skin tight like
Brian
thing.
Cage just in their trunks.
Yeah.
I think the warmest dude in there was either probably Orange Cassidy or 10.
Yeah.
Because at least they had pants.
That's true.
Like, ugh.
Yeah.
But, so after that happens, we have Cody in the ring, who's saying how much he appreciated, Brodie Lee. And this is when he brings out his wife and kid.
Mm-hmm.
Or kids. Or, no, it's only one.
Yeah, it's just -1. It wasn't the younger one.
Yeah, and that's when they had them put Brodie's boots down, and then he put in the blue bandana on top of it because they're retiring the boots.
Yeah.
And of course, Tony Khan's here in the ring, and this is when he does his own speech thing.
Brodie Lee Jr. -1. You, your family, these boots are retired. Your father, the greatest TNT champion, with all due respect, the greatest TNT champion we've ever had. To you and your family, the TNT champion for life.
So yeah, he gives the belt to -1, and it has been confirmed that they are retiring that belt and making a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So he will be the champion for life. So that's kind of nice of him, man. They did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really showed me like, okay, AEW is like definitely a company that like I will give a lot of respects to.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to do a lot of the extra stuff. There's even even afterwards, because they had a tribute video after all this was done, and Tony Khan bought the rights that the song that they played for life. Damn. So that song's always going to be associated with Brodie Lee. So I was like, God damn.
I don't
dude.
know. And there's one thing during the the video package with all the different like pictures and stuff. They had a lot of pictures of him as Luke Harper.
Oh yeah,
they did.
I'm curious if they were able to use kind of generic like, what am I thinking of? Like pictures from journalists and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they actually got the rights from WWE.
Well, there was one picture where he was posing with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, there was a bunch of
like
pictures
Seth Rollins, Big E,
of different
Drew, Sheamus,
people,
Becky.
and a lot of them could have been personal photos from a phone or whatever. But like there was pictures of him and Rowan with the WWE tag team titles.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah,
I would think
I'm
would
assuming
be.
those ones were probably like they got permission, but the backstage one, I don't think you really need permission.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
especially if
those
it's on someone's phone and just like give me the picture. But yeah, like that to me, I don't know. That's the thing. WWE right now with Vince's attitude towards stuff, that this surprises me that that if they gave them permission, the fact that they gave them permission in the first place.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't seem like something that they would do.
Well, it could fall in the line with the thing that Triple H said, like we're willing to work with other
Maybe
companies now,
that's the maybe. Who knows?
yeah. But either way, I'm kind of glad at least they did.
Yeah,
if they
for
did
sure.
give them permission, I mean, good for WWE. I'm really happy that they did.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, there was a lot of stuff that was happening that came out on Twitter. Like for example, that coat that 10 wears, the white one.
Yeah.
So apparently Brodie gave him that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he told him like he's gonna be the White Knight of the Dark Order.
Oh man.
So I was like, oh shit, dude, that's fucking crazy. And
Yeah.
of course, the other thing that was going on, of course, their merch store, Pro Wrestling Tees or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, they had the Brodie Lee tribute.
Yep.
And according to them, within the last 24 hours at this one, it broke the record for the most T-shirt sales in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, God
That
damn,
is
dude.
not surprising at all.
That's nuts. And also, it also surpassed the most T-shirts sold, like passing Orange Cassidy.
Dang.
So clearly, people were
Yeah, I know.
trying
And
to
I
help
know
the family as much as possible because all proceeds went to them.
I know a bunch of people are doing stuff. Brian Zane, he has his own YouTube stuff. He's basically donating like almost, I think, all of his merch sales for the month or whatever.
Yeah.
To the American Lung Association.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I know.
a lot
Like
of people are doing
Wrestle
stuff.
Talk, when they had the stream when they were reviewing this show specifically, any donations were going straight to the family as well.
Yeah.
So it's nuts how many stories came out. Like even the wrestling community, like the day that happened, like on Twitter, because I'm the one who controls it. Like it was flooded.
Oh yeah, for
with
sure.
like different like stories from not only wrestlers but from fans that got to meet Brodie, and it's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing but positivity about the guy. I was like, wow, I've never seen like the whole world like turn so sad and positive at the same time. I was like, God damn, no, because normally like Twitter, you're definitely gonna see.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
people being
here and
assholes.
there.
Yeah.
Like 2 days later, of course, there was assholes that popped up.
Were
Like,
there?
Oh fuck
Like
yeah, there
what?
was. Like there was like, of course, the people that just made an account just to be an asshole, saying like, oh well, like he made like a meme of like, oh 2021's gonna be great, and then they showed like the second pictures like the boots. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah. What the hell?
Like, so it's stupid shit like that. Like, there's an asshole who made an account like if he was like -1. I'm like, man, fuck you.
That's
guys.
definitely not cool.
Like you people are fucking.
That's not cool
garbage.
for Twitter.
And
And Twitter is stupid.
right.
Jeez, man.
But yeah, there's definitely like people. And as far as ratings, I think Tony definitely said it best for this show. He said, it's not about ratings. It's not about bottom lines. It's not about numbers. It's about friendship. It's about love. And it's about how much we respected Brodie. So I'm pretty sure we're not rating this show because the show wasn't for ratings whatsoever.
That's not important.
There was like you were saying, the whole show was dedicated to Brodie, so there's not really, there's nothing to rate.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
We can't really do that.
Yeah, I think we're good on this show at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is probably one of the more important shows of wrestling within the last 5 or 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Just talking about, of what happened and just showing that sure there's a bunch of different companies and all this other stuff going on, but for the most part, everyone is still, able to kind of get along at least for a day.
Yeah.
You had how many WWE stars posted on Twitter,
Dude,
pictures and videos and personal things about him, and a lot of people, as you were saying, fans and stuff talking about stuff and people's just interactions with him. And there was one I saw that was pretty cool. Was they were in China one time, 2017 or so, and they had these big banners, and he saw that one of the banners had his face on it, and he tried to take a picture, and it was like a really bad picture. So he just took the banner.
Oh man!
And he took it home, and like his wife has it now.
That's
like he just literally took the fucking thing. So it's just stuff like that's super cool.
Yeah, and even some wrestlers I know like they just showed a video where like -1 is like using a kendo stick on different members of the Dark Order.
Yeah,
and Adam Cole's there.
Oh man!
And like it's a video of like he pins Adam Cole because he's trying to be a good guy too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's super nice of him too. So like everyone's like doing their part to kind of help him.
I'm surprised that Adam Cole is there.
Well, he's with Britt Baker, so.
Oh, I guess that's true, but like.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on in NXT right now, so I don't know the story.
But like, that's the kind of thing that gets people fired from WWE.
Maybe
that's what happened to Justin Roberts.
Wait, he was at like someone's tribute show and he got fired?
No, he was.
Okay. I was like, holy shit!
No.
This is a fucking ass.
I don't remember when it was. However many years ago, Justin Roberts had known the Young Bucks from years back, and it was when WWE was super close to Rancho Cucamonga for a Raw or whatever. And this was when the Young Bucks were in Bullet Club.
Right.
So the Young Bucks and, Kenny wasn't there, but it was like the Young Bucks and Brandy and Hangman and Marty Scurll and all these guys were there. And they're just they basically crashed the Raw show. Like they were just in the parking lot. And then a bunch of fans went out to go talk to them. And like they kind of did what DX did at WCW. The Young Bucks and them did to WWE. And just kind of talking shit on WWE, like,
they like showed up and like they didn't let him into the arena or whatever.
Yeah, definitely not. They didn't let him into the arena, and like they were talking to fans. And it's like, oh, like, did you pay for these tickets? And they're like, no, I got them for free from a thing. And it's kind of like, when WWE was like doing really bad.
Oh, okay.
And then Justin Roberts apparently not on camera went out to go like, hey, my friends, whatever. Vince found out about that and then fired him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So like it's shit like that. That's why like with Adam Cole, like be fucking careful.
I think this one might be like.
Dude,
I'm hoping.
I don't know,
okay,
man.
Here's crossing my fingers. Then Vince is not crazy.
Is crazy, and he's a huge asshole.
Yeah, that's why I think there's one time where if he lets him like have the picture,
fucking hope so.
And it was a backstage like video of like just cheering up the kid. So
that's
why
it doesn't matter.
I don't want to slash some tires.
Yeah,
but it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have anything else really to say about the show other than a fantastic tribute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Again, thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Off the Muda Scale Wrestling Podcast. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, any other place you find your podcasts.
You can also find us on YouTube now, so if you want to listen to us there, go ahead, you filthy animals.
We also have a Patreon, so if you would like to support us, we would deeply, deeply appreciate it.
Yes, please. Again, thank you for listening.